Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for being so patient with me. Um, Before we start, of course, old Nady boy's got to say some wordy words, some special words about our special people who help us. So, of course, partner, first ever show partner. Well, I guess second. So we have two show partners now. We have Cursed Earth Apparel and Print, and we have Apply Within Audio that gave me this beautiful mic. That's Gigi from Lethbridge. Thank you so much. And we also have a couple of sponsors. Before we start, though, we always like to acknowledge that this podcast, this show, is founded and created on Treaty 7 land. I'm part of the Blackfoot Territories. And we like to drop land acknowledgements. We like to show the respect. So thank you all so much for joining me. Let's go into some sponsor talk here. So, Octave Studios, Medicine Hat, that's our boy N2. Intrinsic Productions in Edmonton. Cheers to the boys, J-Reds and Levi. Armstrong Metal Fest, Loudest Hell Festival, Decimate Festival, Intersect Arts and Music Festival, Camp Misfit Clothing in Edmonton, as well as Mountain Bistro and Pizzeria in Bragg Creek. Oh, we would like to keep adding more to those sponsors. So if you guys are interested, let me know, and we'll have some background chats. Have some fucking background chats. But without further ado, do nice. Good one, Nate. Let's get into the show.
Boiled fish. Boiled carrots.
Hey, I'm Nate Trash. Welcome back to another episode of Trash Talk. Yes, welcome back to another episode of Trash Talk. I got my boy Levi. I got his nice fat cat here. What's the puss's name, Levi?
This is Riley's cat. Well, he's my roommate too.
Oh,
this is
okay.
Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. Oh,
Yeah.
Very nice. Which Riley? Riley McRae or Riley Bourne?
Riley Bourne.
Oh, Riley Bourne. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Very rad. He was sharing the post today.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Fucking right. I'm very pumped for the Pucker Up release. Ooh.
Oh, dude, that show is gonna be nuts.
I'm thinking about making the trip.
Dude, you definitely should.
I'm thinking about making the trip and
That one's gonna be a ripper.
getting some interview action and doing some promo action and like.
Hell yeah, dude.
So like I'm trying to branch Trash Talk out more because like I got Calgary tied up pretty tight. Obviously there's always more I can do because I'm just doing underground punk and metal, right? So like I could be going to other shows and like talking to anybody I want. I don't have any problem talking to anybody I want. But there's still so many bands out there that really want to be a part of the show and that really are stoked about it, but the distance is the issue. So
Yeah.
I think it's about time I get out there and go to some shows in Edmonton, go to some shows in Red Deer because it's fucking popping off right now. Calgary is kind of like going through a transitional period where our venues are changing hands and there's like,
Yeah.
it's very worrisome, right? But Red Deer and Edmonton are fucking crushing it right now. Edmonton is fucking going insane. So I'm looking into going up to Edmonton there and maybe doing a show and going to fucking
Nice.
Red Deer and doing a show and then like
Yeah, it's great to see the scene being healthy after all the bullshit with the pandemic. Came back strong, like stronger than ever.
Mm-hmm.
It's awesome.
It went from pandemic to slamdemic.
Hell yeah.
Fuck yeah, buddy. But yeah, and then Horrify, you can bet your ass that we will be up there in
Yeah,
2023.
you guys gotta play in Red Deer for sure.
We are going to. The only reason we can't is because Joel's baby is very new still, and Russ's baby is even newer in the fact that it has not been born yet. And it's,
Oh, that's super new.
yeah, it's supposed to be born at the beginning of November.
Oh yeah.
So we're done after the only reason we jumped on this October show was because Joel was like, I think we could play more shows if we wanted to. Like, it's okay. And then me and Russ and Scott were like, Scott was like, I maybe. And then I told him, what the specifics of the show, and he's like, all right, let's do it. And then,
What's the October show?
okay, so I can announce this because
Okay.
I'm the fucking promoter. So we are playing our actual, or not pretend, this is our actual last show of the year. We were asked to jump on a lineup at Vern's October 28th with Tymo, with Supermodel Taxidermy, and with Exit Wound. And it's going to be a costume party. Tanis is in the chat right now. Tanis is doing the poster for it. She's making the poster for it right now. Like, she's just waiting for me to send off the Horrify logo. I told her I'd do it after the interview. And we're going to do a best costume prize, which is going to be a Bluetooth speaker donated by Trash Talk. And then a couple of bucks from each band. And then we're going to do a worst costume, and that's going to be like a shitty pineapple. I'm going to go buy a pineapple from Safeway.
It's like old and moldy,
no. It'll just be it'll just be one of the depressing ones, but it'll still be like from Safeway. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But I'm gonna pick like the saddest one on the shelf, and I'm who knows? Maybe I'll even put a couple of googly eyes on it or something just to be fancy. Maybe
why not?
Maybe it'll be a pineapple jack-o'-lantern, a pineapple-o'-lantern.
Whoa. Has that ever been done before?
I don't know. I was thinking about getting like a really veiny sweet potato too. Right?
I hate that.
Just a really, really veiny one. And then you cut it open and there's no veins in there. And you're like, why has it got veins in it though? Oh, fuck yeah. So, and then that's going to be our first ever headlining gig.
Ooh.
And we're going to have some new material from our new EP at that show.
Sick.
It's going to be fucking deadly. The new EP is demoing out nice. Your guys' new fucking EP is pretty fucking tasty too, buddy.
Thanks, man. Yeah, we kind of just snuck up on everybody with that, and they're like, hey, we have a new album. Here it is.
I knew it was coming.
Yeah, well, we sat on it for a while. We weren't sure what was. We're just waiting for the pandemic to end.
Well,
and then
of course,
it never ended.
Yeah, of course, and you don't want to waste. Like, I know how hard you work on your stuff. You're just like me, obviously in a way different fucking way. Like, we're both obsessed with what we do. We're both totally obsessed with what we do.
Yeah.
And I know you work really hard on not just your playing, but your recording as well as your luthier work too. So when I always know there's something brewing. Always know there's a couple of files saved on your computer.
Oh, yeah.
I know you've always got a couple of riffs ready to go. I just know how people like you work. So I knew that there was something coming up too, because obviously me and Joey are super tight. We haven't talked as much as we used to because we're just busy and stuff. And that's another reason why I got to make these trips, because I'm starting to feel like the social media is causing some rifts in communication, and I need to kind of renew those face-to-face connections again. There's fucking COVID's done. It's time to go see the fucking boys. It's time to go to the shows. It's time to fucking it's time to go out and be a part of it all again, instead of like saying stuff on Facebook and then just letting shit fucking fly. You know what I mean? So, I always know you were working on something. How long did it take you to do this release? Like, for the recording process?
I'm not really sure. It was kind of all spaced out. So it's, I don't know. It was, lot of hours for sure. I don't. But yeah, it was all spaced out, and we did it. Nelson recorded the drums himself in his studio up in Edmonton, and then I recorded all the guitar and bass and vocals, and we kind of just did that whenever we could meet up and make time to do it, and yeah.
Fucking rights, man. Fucking rights. Nelson fucking Collins Lee. he's always just a sweet treat to fucking see, like behind the drums and like in front of my face for big hugs too. Like,
Right.
I got to see him at Loud as Hell. We played together on at the kickoff party for Loud as
Right.
Hell, but because Papa Josh was very fucking burnt out. Like I started my day very early that day. I went to work. I got home from work. I got all my shit together. I got out to Loud as Hell, got everything set up, and then I did an interview, and then I had to go do the show, and then was burning out again. I'm like, I got a couple more interviews to do tonight, so I got to like get back to camp and like wind down from this set and get ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I did. I went back, but I left my camera guy there, so I got some sick footage. I got some sick footage for sure.
Nice.
How's the guitar business going, buddy? I saw you doing a fucking a signature model, like a series model.
Yeah, so I've lot of changes happening for sure with that. I've historically always every guitar and bass was a one-off, like designed totally new from the ground up, and yeah, now I'm making a line of customizable models just to make the best designs possible, most cohesive, thought out designs, and all the bells and whistles you could desire.
That's fucking sick, man. That's deadly. Once again, I know how hard you work. I know how much work you put into Labyrinth. It's really cool to see. And honestly, I want one. I want one so bad. That first one that you posted a picture of, I was like, come on, man. You're killing me here because I don't have, first of all, I'm not a good enough guitar player to justify spending that much money on a guitar because I know they're high end. I know they're high quality. And like, it's like, oh, that's because my brother's got an Ormsby. He's got
Oh
one
yeah,
of the first Ormsby GTX, is it? The first production,
GTR.
yeah, the first production run of the GTRs, and it's numbered. It's numbered on the back of it, and he's like, "I'll sell that to you for $1,700." And I was like, "Oh man, these guitars are so expensive." You know what I mean? And I know yours are like you put that work into it, and you can send for pictures of that being made and stuff, and like you're an easy guy to get a hold of too. So like that's all a part of the deal too, man. And like anybody who buys these guitars from you, they're definitely winning. They're definitely winning, and they're getting exactly what they pay for. And like shout outs to my buddy Jackson from Goliath Guitars. Hopefully I'll be having him on the show one of these days too.
Nice.
Um, Jackson is he's also the same style. He's the same kind of guy, but Jackson's an old school thrash guy. So I've seen him try and reinvent the V a couple of times, and it's come out looking really, really slick. Now,
Yeah, for sure.
what bodies influence your designs?
So I'm kind of all over the place. Like I grew up loving Ibanez, being obsessed with Ibanez guitars. I've probably had 40 different Ibanez guitars in my life. So a lot of influence there. And I kind of try and bridge the modern worlds of guitar and the vintage world of like your Fender Gibson kind of style, and the more shreddy Ibanez fast thin necks.
I've noticed the smooth curves, the smooth Telecaster curves in there. Very
Yeah,
much a fan of that.
yeah, you gotta can't beat a telly, but I can't build a telly.
No.
I mean, I don't want to. Everybody builds tellies.
Well, and that's just
So I try and do my own little shift on it.
and it looks fucking killer.
Thanks.
It
Man.
does. I've also seen you kind of do a little spin on what is it called? The Hagstrom headless.
Yeah, I've done quite a few headless guitars.
Now, how is that different to build in terms of like planning and everything? Is it really just like a guitar with no head, or is there, and then you just string it differently?
Yeah, essentially. In terms of building it and using it, yeah, it's essentially the same. The design you have to approach quite differently for headless.
Okay, how so?
Just there are some companies that just do a strap body and throw a headless system on it, and it's just you can tell. I think that they should be kind of designed as their own thing because they're not the proportions are different. How the weight shifts is different, like
Yeah,
the
because
balance and everything. Like that all needs to be considered.
one thing I like Jackson's. Jackson's my favorite guitar, and it's because of the headstock. It's
Oh yeah.
because of the way that headstock feels. It's because of the way the guitar's weighted. Because my first guitar was a BC Rich VG1, and that thing was a fucking plank, man. That thing was heavy, and it was all in the body. But like, my Jackson's nice and weighted really well, and I feel like if it didn't have that headstock, it would be way out of whack.
Yeah, but I mean the usually people are trying to avoid the headstock dive. It's usually people you don't usually have an issue of the body being it shifting that way, at least. Definitely get complaints about heavy guitars and just general that
Yeah.
it makes a difference for sure. You got that slung over your neck for an hour at a time.
Yeah, Russ, my drummer, he has an Epiphone, a Zach Wild Epiphone, and fuck me, is that thing heavy? Like, whoo! It's a semi-hollow body, I think, and it's just
Oh really?
ridiculously heavy. Yeah, either that or it's a solid piece of wood, and that's why it's so heavy. I don't really know too much about guitars, right? But let's get back into the band stuff. How
Yeah.
stoked were you to get back doing shows? Because I know you had the Armstrong booked before pandemic. I know that because the lineup was announced before
Mhm.
COVID, and I know you guys were fucking on there. So that must have been a kick in the teeth, but it was also must have been very nice to be able to go back and fucking crush it.
Oh yeah, yeah, best feeling ever. Yeah, as soon as got off stage, it's just like, yeah, that's what was missing from my life for sure. Like, yeah, yeah, incredible way to come back too. Like to have that be our first show back was amazing. That festival was absolutely incredible. I think we all had the best weekend of our lives out there. Like
Hell
it
yeah,
was
man.
it was awesome.
I was supposed to be out there too, but ran into some troubles, some personal
Fair.
troubles. But I hopefully they're coming to an end here soon. Just some family stuff, not really negative family stuff, just tedious, unavoidable family stuff. That's all. And it kind of kicked me in the pants a couple of
Just
times
life
this summer.
stuff.
It is. It really is. And I'm glad that I have my brother and sister to help me through it. But so is what's going on with Joey? What's going on with Joey? Because
What does that mean?
we were talking about Joey leaving. You guys were talking about Joey not being in the band anymore. And you were talking
Yes.
about we might need a new vocalist. Obviously, like I only say that because I'm obsessed with your guys' band. And my old artist said she was trying out for 21st Agenda a while back. And did it just kind of settle back in because like it works?
Yeah, yeah, it really did. It just happened that way,
Good.
and it was
Good.
perfect. It worked out good. Yeah, we had a couple people trying out, and we had some awesome submissions. Uh, but yeah, it just Joey decided to come back, and we're all glad to have him. So
That's good. Like what people don't understand about band dynamics is like, and I can speak for myself in this too. Like it's not easy to get a bunch of guys together and committed to the same thing and working towards the same goal. So when you do, and you can
yeah,
keep
it's tough
that,
for sure.
you don't want to get rid of it, like
Absolutely.
in my old band, I left and then, well, everybody thought the whole band was done when I left, but that's not my fucking fault. And then I came back and it was the same thing. It was like, when people, if you can get back with that old crew, that first crew, you're going to try it unless you're on some like big ass rock star shit and there's money involved and like people are fucking causing problems and stuff. But I'm glad to hear that because I know Joey personally. I love him very much. I love all you guys, and I'm glad to know that you guys have that solid fucking 4-piece because we're doing the same thing. Horrify is doing the same thing. And we were lucky enough to hit the wave with everybody else when shows came back, man. Our show was the fucking week before all the COVID restrictions were released. Before they dropped vax passports and everything. It was the fucking week before. And it was a terrible show. Our first show was terrible, man.
It happens.
From our first show to our second show, holy fuck. And it's the same thing, we got our 4-piece and it's like we don't really want to modify that. We don't want to change things up. We'd rather work it out before we fucking just try and move stuff around. Like we're not rock stars. We don't need to pay a session musician so we don't lose thousands of dollars on a tour,
Mm-hmm.
Fucking right.
Yeah, it's not broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, well, that goes for my teeth too. But they are very broke. They are very broke, my friend.
Yeah. Doesn't seem like you're fixing them anytime soon.
Well,
it's like part of you now.
It's kind of
the lack of teeth is a part of you.
It's kind of my shtick. It's like don't take advice from that fucking toothless guy with a face tattoo, and then everybody's like, now that you say it that way, I think you're right. Yeah, man, I think you might be right about that. So, where are you stoked to fucking play here real soon?
Man, what do we got going on? We got I think we're just playing the VAT.
Just playing the VAT. That's good though. Fucking right.
Oh, gotta love the VAT.
Fuck, you can't go wrong. That's the Pucker Up show, right? That's fucking September 24th.
Yeah.
That's gonna be an absolute banger.
It sure is. The lineup for that is stacked.
I want to be on that show. Horrify needs to be on that fucking show too, man.
6 bands is too many, bro.
It is. It really is.
We need Horrify down here for sure.
It really is. 6 bands really is too many, and like we're not the type of guys to jump on a bill to play for 25 minutes and then like the last band goes on at 1 a.m, 1:30. That just it's just a long night. That's a really long night. You know what I mean?
Yeah, people kind of just want to go home at that point sometimes.
Yeah, and so like I like to keep it music. I like to be out of the bar by like 12:30. You know what I mean? And then if I'm headlining, hopefully be off stage by midnight. Do a razor sharp 45 minutes, talk some shit in between, and yeah, fucking out of there, right? I don't know. I haven't headlined a show in so long, man.
Yeah, we headlined the last couple shows we played, and it was that's definitely different for us because we've before this album we didn't have that much material to play for an hour or whatever.
That's our problem.
Yeah, we got the material now, and we playing our longest set to date. It's been real fun.
How do you feel about set lists? What is your prime set time? As in like length, duration.
It depends on the band really, but like as far as 21st goes, I'm like in like 40 minutes.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, fucking right.
So we used to have like a lot like play all the heavy songs, and now we've got quite a few songs that got some melodic parts, some slower parts, some jazzy parts, and we like to throw that in the set too, and kind of change it up throughout the set and keep people on their toes a bit, keep people interested.
Hell yeah, fucking rights. Do you got like sample interludes and intros and stuff too?
We've played around with that, but I'll often just play the riff slower before the song starts.
Well, and that's
sounds good.
It does. That oh, Moonscaper says, "Hey guys, Levi, I'm in your ceiling." So,
Whoa.
you might want to look into that. Moonscaper, hit subscribe or hit follow, please and thank you. Streams every Monday and Thursday. Also, I want to let everybody know I'm going to start doing some giveaways. I'm going to start doing some subscribers only giveaways. And it's Riley. So yeah, Riley's definitely in your ceiling. It's his ceiling too though, so it's okay.
It is.
But yeah, subscribers only giveaways. That's going to be free stuff. For every subscriber is going to get some free stuff. So that's your one-way ticket to getting some free Trash Talk merch. Fucking rights. Yeah. Fucking rights. Or even some giveaway for tickets, because we do be giving some tickets away for festivals. I just gave away 2 tickets to Women's Fest to
that's sick.
a couple of friends of mine, Matt and Kat. I didn't
the lineup for that is looking crazy.
Yeah, hell yeah. I didn't do a draw for them this time. I gave them to them because they've been around for a couple of years now, and they've been really big supporters. Thank you so much for subscribing, Riley. I appreciate that. They've been big supporters of Trash Talk and of Horrify, and it's just my little gift to them for their support. And yeah, being good people, being really good people. That's what we do around here. That's what we do.
Hell yeah.
Before fucking Riley interrupted us with his ceiling gremlin talk. So what I've noticed is for an opening band, an opening slot, because they usually say like 25 to 35 minutes, some say 25, some say 30, some say 35. Because I'm old, and now that I've actually like had to memorize the lyrics for this band and like perform it properly, because 10 years being wasted with world-class white trash and just making up words on stage and never recording anything doesn't work like that anymore.
Man, I haven't seen Horrify in the flesh yet, but from videos it seems like you still got hella energy, man. It seems like you still got it.
There's a lot of flesh, bud. Let's just say that. There's a lot of flesh. And it's usually fairly moist, baby. Ooh. They say your lip skin and your butthole skin are the exact same. Soft.
Do they say that?
Yeah, soft. Real
Who is
soft.
they?
Them. The government. 25 minutes. Razor sharp 25 minutes, 1 or 2 little breathers in there. Hey, how you guys doing? Thank you so much. Shout out to these guys. Tip your waitresses. Boom. Rest of the set. 25 minutes out of there. When we did Cradle of Filth, we had 25 minutes to play, and we were off stage at minute 26. And we had to like put an intro in there and a little instrumental thing to kind of like fatten up the fucking set list a little bit. Because our EP is only 17 minutes long.
That's funny.
And there's 6 songs on it. So now we got 8 songs. So we got a beefy 21 minutes worth of material, start to finish, front to back.
Sick.
And we're trying to learn 2 new songs for this headliner gig to hit like 45 minutes, hopefully.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fucking right.
Well, yeah. What are those going to be?
So they're new ones. We tried it. So every time we try to talk about doing a cover or something, we don't. We all like throw in a cover that's like really different. And then all of a sudden it boils down to like, why don't we just like learn and practice the songs we have first? And then Joel just keeps, which is, totally reasonable. And then Joel just keeps writing new songs. And because Russ, our drummer, records all of our stuff and we jam it at his place, he just goes over there, records the riff, throws over top some of his like, because he's not much of a vocalist, but if he keeps demoing out the vocals like this, he's going to end up being a fucking vocalist. There's going to be no way to stop him, You get that energy on stage.
Awesome.
If you know the words, you're going to yell the fucking words, whether you're playing an instrument or you're in the crowd. So eventually it's going to be like, all right, it's time to put a microphone in front of Joel. We're working on the same thing with Scott too. And like this way everybody can fucking, because the whole aim of Horrify is to get the crowd going and ripping each other apart.
Man, I have such a hard time even speaking a word when I play guitar. There's just like a disconnect. I can't.
Right? I'm terrible at guitar. If I was to try and talk and play guitar, I would be terrible at the one thing I'm good at, and that's talking, man. I can't lose that, dude. You know how hard it is to get a reputation for being a guy who makes talk good when you got no twofers?
It's probably a challenge.
The struggle is real, okay? Hashtag that. You can hashtag that.
Oh, that's awesome.
When you do a lineup for a show and you're doing shows versus recording or rehearsing, what's your aim? Is your goal to like impress people with your playing, or like is your goal to show people how well the music translates from your recordings to on stage? Or is it like Horrify where the whole goal is to see how quickly you can get the crowd to tear each other to fucking pieces?
It's basically the last one.
Yeah.
With
See?
little sprinkles of the rest as well there too. But like I said, we like to do 4 just like slamming songs and then hit them with one of our songs that's a little slower or
good answer.
Clean parts, and then it kind of they can catch their breath or go get another beer or whatever they want to do, and keeps the dynamic going.
Well, and this is
rather than just like an onslaught, then that's awesome too. But if you're it would change from if we were playing an opening spot to headlining too, because we would probably just play rippers. Probably just heavy songs.
I think the difference is also the fact that you guys are like musicians, and we are like, well, Russ is a musician through and through.
What is a musician?
So a musician is someone who creates music.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Neat.
Music is a thing that people enjoy listening to without having to see pictures move. You know, it's like a podcast, but with like when you're watching a movie and there's that fancy background noise, that stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
That stuff.
Yeah. When they got the
Yeah. You know when your phone rings and it goes a little bit beep beep beep, and then it boop 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 boop. I guess that's kind of like
somebody has to make that. I guess, eh?
That's music. I guess so.
Somebody's
What we do is something like that. What our bands do is something like that. See, when I wanted to be in a band, I thought it was going to be like a band of misfits or like a band of jolly fellows, like not like fucking man. Music.
You didn't think you were going to be in a barbershop quartet?
Music is terrible, Levi. I'm just kidding. I love you, buddy.
It's
I love
fun,
music
I think.
It is. It really is, and being in a band again after being in the band before is not somewhere where I thought I'd be, and I really, really do hope that we can fucking play a show together, because the last time I saw you guys live, I jumped on stage with you guys. And we did.
Was that at Vern's?
No, that was at Blind Beggar.
Okay.
This was pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
And this was before, because you guys were the second Trash Talk interview ever.
Yeah.
The 21st Agenda was the second Trash Talk interview ever. It's actually still on Spotify. Go check that out. Not right now. You're watching the stream right now. Fuck. Relax, you guys.
Stay with us.
So Riley asks if we're having fun. We are having fun. We have fun. We like to.
We have fun here.
We like to have a little. We like to have a little fun here and there. We like to praise the Dark Lord and cast a little blood on our enemies, and we have fun. We have fun. we're gonna dig back into more of these guitars, okay? Because my buddy Matt in the comments wants to hear more about it. He's a little bit of a guitar guy, a guitarman. He's a guitarman
Okay.
himself. He is
I can talk guitars all day long, buddy.
he's a six string menace. Um, so wood. You have wood. Eh, it's fair to say. Fair to say that you have decent wood.
A little bit.
But a lot, a bit. How many guitars worth of wood do you say you have?
Oh man. I've I've got to buy a bunch of. I need to buy more stuff for bodies because I have so much for like fretboards and I have so much fancy tops that I need body wood for these fancy tops. So I don't know.
Just glue a
I've
couple
got.
of 2x4s together? Bro, but the top, man. No, I'm just kidding. I'm fucking with you.
I probably got 20 guitars worth of wood.
Really, eh? Wild. But, that's just a rough guesstimate. Obviously, there's parts that need to be shaved off here and there. There's pieces that might not work out the way you think they're supposed to work out. Okay. So Matt says, what do you have like a typical bass setup, like mahogany, maple, etc., like fretboard, neck, body?
Yeah, kind of. So like I said, I've just started to introduce my line of instruments rather than the one-offs, and yeah, the stock spec for all those is going to be alder body, same as Fender uses for most of their stuff. Maple neck and Wenge fretboard.
Wenge.
Yeah.
Fancy. Why did you choose these woods? Well, the alders, because I'm assuming because, it's good, like it's solid, it's
Yeah,
good
lightweight. Alder's lightweight and bright, pretty bright sounding, but not too bright. It's like pretty well rounded, but uh, bright. And then maple is just the most solid neck wood you can really. It's just rock solid.
It is. That's why skateboards
Uh,
are made with Canadian maple, buddy.
yeah, and Wenge is just. I chose that instead of rosewood or ebony or something, just to have a dark wood, but something different.
Nice. And that's a really sick word to say to people.
I used to think it was wenge,
Yeah,
and then
but
I went into the wood store, and they're like, "What is that? You mean wenge?"
oh,
Yeah.
you're trying to spice me up now. No, bro,
Is that
wenge.
French?
Wenge. Wenge. You just go around correcting everybody. Fuck. Love it. Hey, check out my guitar company. Matt says light and chunky about the alder body.
Ooh.
How often do you pump them out? Custom order only? Well, now that you're doing the guitar line, it's not custom order only. I'm assuming you're building a couple every now and again, right?
Yeah. So I've been developing these models, been designing these models and focusing on that mostly. And I recently learned how to do spray finishes. So doing my own paint work now, that's totally new.
Sick, man. It's always fun to learn new stuff. And then that way, instead of like trying to find a guy that you hope you can communicate with, you hope that does good enough, you can train somebody yourself to do exactly what you want them to do.
Yep, 100%. But yeah, with that, I haven't built as many in the past year or two as I would like to, but no, I'm really hitting the ground running with these new models now, and got quite a few on the go. And yeah, custom order books are open, so hit me up.
Fucking right, Matt. Hit this guy up, Labyrinth Guitarworks. You can hit me up for the contact info, buddy. I got it for you. Run us through a setup for one of these guitars. Run us through the options for these guitars.
Okay, so it's you can choose your. I'm gonna bring up the website so I don't miss anything.
Perfect.
How's that?
Yeah, no worries, buddy. I'm not trying to put you on the spot here either. Just tell us, like, you can pick this kind of wood, you pick these kind of tuners, this bridge, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, they come with the body style and the headstock shape, fretboard radius. Uh, those are really the only things that are set. Everything else you can choose yourself. You can choose your finish, choose your neck wood, body wood, top wood, fretboard wood. Got a bunch of different options. Whatever pick guard you want, pickups. Yeah, I mean it's like still super super custom. Just
That's sick.
making things more efficient and get more output, get more out there, and make the most cohesive designs I can.
Beautiful. Matt is very interested. He said he's definitely going to be hitting you up in the future. Um,
Sweet.
what do you use for a radius, and what do you use for a profile?
So I've got how I'm approaching it with these new models is I'm going to be introducing uh, a classic and a modern version of each guitar model. So I just introduced the Helios Classic, and now I'm currently working on the Helios Modern. Is in the spray booth right now, and I've also got a Helios T. As you're saying, you could see the Telly inspiration in that Helios Classic. So I decided let's lean into that a bit and change the specs to be a little bit closer to a traditional Telly. So it's got 9.5-inch radius. It's got the vintage amber maple neck. It's got Telly pickups, of course, Nordstrand Telly pickups. Hipshot hardware with the Hipshot Telly bridge, and it's got the Telly control plate. Yeah, and then the Helios Modern is direct mount humbuckers, carved top, a bit wider, thinner neck, more Ibanez feeling neck, and those other ones have a more kind of like Fender Gibson feeling neck, a little chunkier, a little more C profile.
Very rad. He's very stoked about it. What's your favorite style to play?
Ah man, it's really changed, especially recently with
Tell us about the custom that you're playing right now that you built for yourself.
what's that?
Tell us about the one that you're playing right now that you built for yourself.
Uh I play a couple of the guitars that didn't quite meet QC. That's the ones I play.
The Spice
uh,
Boys. We call those the Spice Boys.
yeah,
Yeah, the knockoffs.
yeah, yeah. I've played one that's like pretty Strat like. It's semi hollow, and I've got a Telly like one. Those were both built before I started branding them as Labyrinth. So those are my like main ones. Uh, yeah, and then I've depends which band too, because that's
Oh yeah,
with
you got
you're
another
saying what do you
band.
gravitate to, and I'm like with my new band, it's like indie rock, kind of shoegaze, whatever, totally different
Oh no 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 no
sound.
no. That's
And
pronounced. It's pronounced Shugazi.
oh, been doing it wrong the whole time.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, not a lot of people don't know music as well as I do, and that's okay.
Yeah, you told me all about it just recently.
It's
I learned
Shugazi.
so
A lot of
much.
people call it shoegaze just because of the way it looks, but it's Shugazi, like that one band,
Ah,
Fugazi. Just pronounce both of them wrong. Holy fuck. All right, I'm
I've
sorry.
gotta I've gotta update our info everywhere.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
guess
yeah.
is it spelled the same
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's spelled
still?
the same. You just got to put the pronunciation in there at the end. They'll know what
You
you
gotta
mean.
do the E with like the weird symbol
Yeah, and
on
if
it.
they don't know what you mean, then you block them.
Yeah, sounds
Posers.
like a good plan.
I'm sorry, go off track there. Um, so new rationals. versus 21st Agenda. Indie rock, shoegaze versus mathcore, hardcore, fucking little bit proggy, just beautiful fucking intense aggressive stuff. Now, do these guitars cross paths, or is there like different pickups and different?
They do, just because I only have so many guitars right now. I would for New Rationals, I would like a little bit different style guitars. I'll be building one for myself pretty soon here, I think.
Nice.
Need that single coil tone.
Ooh, very nice. Because obviously it's not as intense. It needs to have a little bit more body to the sound, right?
Yeah.
Because when it comes to metal, the bodies are in the crowd. The tone is stored in the balls.
It sure is, buddy.
Everybody, right next to the P. Everybody knows that. Well, unless you're John Mayer. Unless you're John Mayer, then the tone truly is stored in the hands, but it's only in John Mayer's hands. You have to rent it out from John Mayer. I watched a video.
Have you seen that skit on Dave Chappelle show with John Mayer?
Yeah. Yeah. So like this is where I'm
good.
getting that from, is because I saw another video of him just like in a music store. He grabbed just a regular Squier and turned on a 15-watt amp and just started playing, and it was like, Jesus Christ, man. Like it sounded amazing. Like,
yeah.
It's like his fingers have fingers. You know what I mean? It was wild, you know. Shout out to John Mayer. He's the Josh Groban of guitar players.
He's got such good tone. That's the tone I'm after with New Rationals. You gotta have the single coils for that spanky
John Mayer hands
tone, man.
Yeah, it's that like 60s Stratocaster tone. Hell yeah, man.
Totally.
Fucking rights. The 60s surfboard Stratocasters, like that was wild. Nitro red.
Hell yeah.
Fucking red, man. That was a color.
Have you seen his signature guitar with PRS?
I think I have. I'm not too sure.
People are pretty up in arms about it because PRS made a Strat essentially.
Oh, fun. Yeah. Very fun. That's not.
But like, well, no, but it was actually done in a pretty cool way. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna have to check it out. I'm gonna have to fucking check it out for sure. John Mayer knows his shit. He knows his shit. Yep. Who is your favorite guitar player at these times, man?
Oh Jesus, that's quite a question. One of my favorite like newer players is a YouTube guy, Itch Canito.
Wasn't he at NAMM?
Yeah, Ibanez just gave him a signature model.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw videos of him at the NAMM show, and they called security because there was too many people crowding around one spot.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because he was doing a little demo at the booth, and it was nuts. I actually got an invite to the NAMM show.
Oh yeah, cool.
Yeah, to fucking, and I was like, Did they just hand these out? Like, is this a promo thing? Because I get lots of promo stuff in my inbox for Trash Talk. And no, I guess it was legit. Like, if I would have been able to pay for the flight and the hotel and $45 for the pass, I would have been able to go. Fucking
yeah, cool. I would definitely want to get out there one year.
Fucking cool stuff, man. Cool stuff. If it happens again, I'll send you the link and you can just use it.
Sick.
Fuck yeah, buddy. Or we can go out together.
Yeah.
Fucking right. Now we got 5 more minutes left on this podcast, buddy.
Alrighty.
Is there any?
What do you want to talk about?
I was just gonna pass that on to you. Is there anything you wanted to talk about, or is there any shout outs you wanted to throw down before we wrap this up?
Shout out to my mom and dad.
Yeah.
And my cats.
Not Riley's cat though. You got your shout out, pumpkin. You got your shout out.
Yeah, you already got it.
You got your shout out, pumpkin.
Yeah, I don't know. Shout out to McDonald's for always being open.
Oh, the Golden Arches, baby.
Yeah. Shout out to you for having me on here.
Oh, I love you, buddy. My spot. I got time for you anytime, man. Fucking just hit me up. We'll fucking set it up. We're homies go way back times. Way back
Oh,
to
dude,
Slumland
way
times.
back.
I remember when Levi was
Dude, no, way back before that even.
I remember when Levi was just a little baby. Not even getting into shows, like bar shows or nothing.
I remember meeting you when I was like 13 years old in Olds at a house party that you guys were playing.
I think that was probably our house. That was probably our jam space.
Yeah, it was.
Fuck yeah. Party
Yeah.
time, man. Classic times. Thank you so much.
That's like 15 years ago.
Yeah. So it's 2022 now. And world class.
Oh, I'm 27, so.
Yeah, world class.
13 to 27.
Yeah, fucking rights, man. World class white trash started playing shows in 2009. And it is now 2022. And fuck me, man. I barely remember any of it. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But anyway, thank you so much for coming on to the show, man. Matt says it would be really cool to see you get out to NAMM with your guitars someday, Levi. Here's to the future. Cheers to you.
I'd love to.
Tanis says, yay, cats.
Yeah.
Oh, Riley says Pumpkin is your cat too. She says Pumpkin's our cat.
Aw.
Oh, now you got to give. Are you scratching Pumpkin right now?
No.
Just my leg. It's because my hair is so long. Sometimes it tickles my knee.
Yep, been growing this mop for a while.
I'm right there with you, buddy. I'm right there with you. Well, thank you guys so much. Thank you, Levi.
Yeah, thanks for having me on, man.
Hell yeah, buddy. I appreciate you coming on. I appreciate everybody in the chat. Thank you all for coming out. Don't forget, if you're a subscriber, you get to enjoy some of these deadly subscriber benefits I got coming. If you're not a subscriber, think about becoming a subscriber. If you got Amazon Prime, you got free Twitch subscriptions you can use, and I'll take all those Daddy Bezos bucks. I'll take those Jeff Bezos monies. Fucking rights. Give them all to me. Fuck Jeff Bezos. So, yeah. From Trash Talk, from Nate Trash, from Mr. Levi, I will see you guys soon. This Sunday, we're going to be out at Moments Fest. Siksika, that's Galician. That's about 70 kilometers east of Calgary. It's going to be an all-day event, 12 hours, 2 stages. It's going to be bands and they're going to be.
Don't miss it. I was at the last one. It was so good.
Yeah, it's going to be ping pong stages. Every band is offset by about 15 minutes, and it's going to be fucking wild to see. I'm really excited. Dayglow Abortion, Citizen Rage, we got Wake coming out. We got No More Moments playing. We got Gone Cosmic, Forbidden Dimension. We got the homies in Sionis from Edmonton coming to play. Of course, the homies, Red Deer homies, Pride Lands are going to be out there. I'm going to be getting an interview with them finally. It's been a long time coming. They played their first Horrify show, but they ended up recording a music video instead of recording an interview with Papa Trash. But that's okay. I wasn't in any shape to do an interview that night. Moments Fest is going to be sick and very excited for it. Anybody who's coming out, we'll see you out there Sunday. Anybody who's not coming out, you're missing it. We'll see you out there next year because you're going to see how awesome it is once I post all these videos. Levi, thank you so much again for coming on the show. I hope to catch that show September 24th in Red Deer. That will be the next 21st Agenda show as well. People in the chat, if you're close to Red Deer, go to the show. Go on to Spotify, check out all the 21st Agenda music, like it, share it, talk to your friends about it. Same thing with Trash Talk. You guys are awesome. Have a great Thursday. The weekend is coming on you quick. Cheers, guys. Peace.